moves? Like if she's is she genuinely curious about what we're saying, and does she seem like she's trying to figure out and trying to resolve it, or is she trying to figure out how much we know?
Insight check.
And I have exhaustion, so disadvantage.
Yeah.
16. No, sorry. Yep, 16. Nope, that is a 6. 13.
She seems to be generally concerned about the issue at hand. Most of the stuff that you've told her about these energy things, she seems to have known, and she's directing most of her comments about what you're bringing forth to the Emperor. So she seems to be invested in helping the kingdom or the Emperor. Your Honor, I suggest we dedicate more resources into investigating these issues. There have been reports of whole cities going missing, or just disappearing because of these energy anomalies. And if what they're saying about the orc camp is true, then if one of these portals opens up in, say, the capital, it could be devastating to our kingdom.
Oh, Kaylin, do you still have that painting of that tree? Do you think they'd recognize it?
Yeah, I pull off my backpack and it's like, is it okay if I bring something out?
Sure, go ahead.
And so I'll bring out the painting of the tree and show it to her. Does this seem familiar to you at all?
Well, not the way it's portrayed here, but in magical terms, the tree has often been a representation for the weave.
Aha! Dim still did it.
Now, why is this tree halved, or why is it on a waterfall? I do not know.
Is there someone that I could talk to about this? I have...
That kind of information or magical knowledge is vastly beyond my capabilities. You would have to seek out somebody truly powerful and with a deep connection to the weave.
Someone like Rob?
Not familiar with Rob. Who's that?
That's Rob.
Do I believe that she doesn't know who Rob is?
Insight check.
Yeah, the whole Mageocracy, everyone knows who he is.
Maybe, and while you're doing this, maybe
19.
is known by a different name.
You think she doesn't know?
His book was signed by
The son. Love Rob.
He might have. I mean, he's a very powerful necromancer.
Yeah,
Necromantic mage.
You have a book written by... Did she show the book or no?
I haven't showed the book yet.
Oh, she has the book.
You show him the book?
Sure.
Oh, yes, I did hear about, Your Honor, this was indeed a powerful mage in the past. And I believe he, from what I've heard, had ties to one of the runes. So that he may be knowledgeable about the topic. I certainly will admit he has a much deeper connection than me to the weave.
Do you know if this mage has a different name or title? No.
He hasn't been seen for ages.
How many ages?
At least a decade.
I'm gonna just kind of turn to Kaylin. Maybe it's worth asking if he's noticed any imbalances lately.
I mean, I can try, but it's drawing upon spell work that is from one of the mixed up.
Worth a chance, I guess.
Where's the purple guy?
He's in the northern.
North.
Y'all, it can be rude to talk while we're in the presence of him, I say out loud.
That's why I whispered.
We're discussing, there's a lot of information to deal with right now.
Bloom kind of bows and then says, Emperor,
Like your neighbor.
we maybe since we're trying to figure out what's going on and your advisor is saying maybe you need more resources, can we help each other? Maybe we can help you keep investigating, trying to figure out what's wrong with your kingdom or your city for a fee.
That may cost more resources, though.
He looks at Doxia and says, Doxia, what are we talking about in terms of effects, and what are we looking at? And she says, well, if more of these nodes, magical nodes, the sources of magic are depleted, there's no telling it to widespread effect on our world. If more of them are destroyed or impacted in the same way as we've been seeing, it could mean that more of these energy waves could annihilate most, if not all, of our world.
Doxia, have you said you've heard of other cities having this issue. Do you know where maybe the first reported sighting of one of these happened?
I don't. They've started popping out around the time that the first energy wave was felt.
Is there... Who would be the most powerful mage that you would have access to that may know about the leave and how it works?
The king or the emperor is deep in thought here, but he, after a moment, he says, Doxia is the best you will find in our kingdom. She's very knowledgeable, and if she says she doesn't know the answer to it, it's a great concern to me, and is foretelling about the scope of this issue. I rely on people like Doxia to give me information about magic, and I cannot adequately make a decision about the best way to respond, so I will leave it to Doxia to make the sufficient decisions here, but I think it is our best course of action to investigate this Doxia. So I will divert the necessary resources for you to investigate this issue fully.
What about the white-hooded mage that we saw? Do you know anyone who would have the type of power and capability?
Doxia says, what you described is somebody clearly very, very close to the weave. And somebody as Rob might have a better idea into what this issue is, but I don't know who this could be.
I turn to Kaylin again. Since we've had contact with that person, do you think you can maybe contact them?
I think I feel more comfortable contacting that person than I should be able to. But there's still a chance that my spell will fail.
I think she might be a good avenue to take.
Okay. Well, Your Grace, we thank you for your time. Or unless you were going to say something.
Well,
Can I get those books?
Yes, I will have them delivered to you.
And
Good,
since
thank
we delivered your son, I'm sorry, what was everybody going to say? I stopped myself.
We're here on a Black Ops mission. Yeah.
Right.
The king glared at you for a second and then back at you.
Sorry about our coworker.
Leader.
I thought it was an intern.
Well, as I understand, your business with us was to get my son.
Yes, we've completed
And that was the mission for you, so I have no further requests of you. If you wish to discuss this issue with Doxia more, feel free to do so. You brought some good information, and I will await your updates, daily updates from you, Doxia.
And if you ever need any help from us, feel free to call the transport teams.
Ghostbusters.
I will make sure to do that.
Now
Now I have to consult with my counsel about this issue as well. So if you excuse me, I will bid my leave.
I bow. Bloom bows.
And we're gonna take a short restroom break, 5-minute recess, and be right back.
And we'll be back.
And cut for a short sponsorship commercial break.
Brought to you by Deep Ellum.
And cut. Guys, that sucked. We gotta
And of course.
That is a terrible idea.
No, I put
Guys, we are back on air.
I don't know what was
Our official recommendation is to only have one car driver at all
I think it was
We
dry.
took a little
I
longer
don't
than
like
5
dry.
minutes because we took a moment to enjoy a little bit of the produce of our other sponsor. We won't mention any names.
Produce.
Unofficial sponsor, yeah, produce. But their name rhymes with Mr.
Product.
Meister.
Kind of.
Not produce.
Well, that gives it
Oh, yeah.
away. But
Major.
anyway, we are back with D&D.
Ager.
Major
Geister.
and
Major
also OLED proof is
Guys, they're not even
Yeah.
paying us, and we're like giving them free press over here.
Yeah, that's fine as long as we don't get sued.
It's
All right,
fine.
so who's our PR? You got to reach out to Jaeger and see if they can sponsor
through Reddit.
through Reddit.
my
Jaeger,
God.
if you're listening, you can reach me.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Dial
Please
911.
hesitate to reach out.
Here's my work email.
No, just give him your
Your
Reddit username.
I prefer to remain anonymous. Thank you.
All right, guys.
Please hesitate to reach out. Your
Continuing
email
on
will
Dice
not
of
find me,
Misfortune.
though.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
The most sober person here.
I don't think so.
I
If it's opposite day.
agree. Don, calm down.
What?
Okay.
All right, okay, so-
back.
This will be. We're now transitioning into Drunk Dungeons and Dragons.
thought
We
you said
have left
D&D.
off with
Are we taking D&D and D
the
rules?
king, who you guys still don't know the
Always.
name of.
The Emperor.
He has, the Emperor, excuse me. He has departed, leaving you with Doxia.
Deuces.
So, Doxia,
If
Yes.
that is your name.
hypothetically speaking,
I love how hypothetical things.
okay, hypothetically speaking, if we could somehow talk to Rob or find out where he may be, could you help us with transportation to get there?
Maybe we should start sending.
Hypothetically.
What kind of transportation are we talking about?
Well, whatever would be the fastest.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, teleport would be our choice, but we could settle for a boat.
Or an
Bloom
airship.
looks at people like, a boat? Is this what
Kaylin is nodding.
Well, last time we took a boat, though, to go to this tower, there was this turtle thing that attacked us, and
Unrelated.
it's
No,
kind of
it's
related.
This is the
That
first
sounds
tower.
really related to y'all.
No, it's kind of related.
Well, I'll be honest here. Teleportation is a very difficult thing to perform. However, I can certainly try. Now, be forewarned that there's a great deal of uncertainty with such magic, especially during our times. And there's no way of knowing if you will, how should I say this delicately, reconstitute as your yourselves.
Are we talking like a Freaky Friday type moment, or are we talking like
What is Freaky Friday?
Am I gonna be like?
I'm talking
for a
about
little
your insides being shoved inside out,
That doesn't seem good.
That sounds like a Freaky Friday.
or your head being placed where your
Wait,
nether regions would
Is
be.
that why you always ask what day it is, Dylan?
Oh man, I wish they could see your face.
There's not a Friday though. It's not a
If
real
we
thing.
had
Okay.
camera sponsorship, they could see
Yeah,
our faces.
Sony. All right, PR Sony as well, please.
Via Reddit.
And also,
GoPro.
I'll reach out to GoPro.
GoPro.
For my idea from last.
No, Sony is better.
Okay.
But GoPro, if you want to sponsor us.
I was like, damn.
I was like, do we want to make these?
GoPro PR guy's like, well, I was going.
I was about to sign you guys. Well, fuck you.
Well, hey,
I vote not for that. I don't know what anyone else's
It
thoughts
sounds
are.
kind of painful.
Ed?
Yeah.
Do you?
Okay,
I
what
like
about
my nether
What's
regions where
painful?
they
I can
are.
do it.
Also, maybe a
A
boat?
vote would be
A
fine.
We
boot?
can arrange boat transportation.
Now, when we say a boat, though, we heard that you guys are,
Do you have anything with books on them?
hold on. We heard you guys have a bit of a navy.
This guy makes very good observations. I like him.
I am pretty perceptive.
I can see that.
Yeah. Okay.
Would this
Now,
would this type of mission warrant maybe a Navy escort? Would that be something that you could a resource that you could allow for us
Shoot,
to?
my big expense for it.
Just a
see, Kaylin was
small.
picking up what I was putting down.
Make a persuasion check.
Get an entire fleet. An armada, maybe.
Dibs on being the admiral. Thanks.
I don't know. Probably much better than what I would have done.
I only see a 17.
Well,
The
shit.
other one's a 4.
Great. Great.
Wait, that should be a 6. Yeah. So 11.
I can discuss with the Emperor, but normally this type of mission, even if we do know for certain that he's there, I don't think it warrants such a military action.
Really? Because entire cities are getting relocated.
And
And
then
we
there's
need
this
our
turtle.
navy here to defend us if anything else is there.
Maybe
But if it's
better-
relocated
Maybe it's
and your
better
navy's
refine
not with
differently.
you,
Pushed.
what is a caboose?
Kapoosh. You mean like the goblins?
I think the best we can do is a small military vessel. But I will discuss with the Emperor.
Does it like have cannons?
It is a military vessel.
Dibs on the cannons.
Do you have maybe, because I mean, boats are control ourselves. Boats are great and all, but they wouldn't be the fastest because we have to go around the continent. Do you have anything that could fly us there?
Like a
Teleport. We're really pressed on time, which I think is something we should consider, given the report of this spread of this magical effect.
How long do you think it would take? Well, you don't know where we're going. Never mind.
Teleporting takes seconds.
So the place where I think we're going is over by King's Holt.
It's near Penrose Tower, right?
Yeah,
is.
Penrose Tower.
it is Penrose
It is.
Tower.
I mean, I don't know.
She appears to be deep in thought, and she says, well, the Penrose Tower has inherent magical properties. We could use it as a sort of beacon of sorts. It would increase our chances, but I still cannot guarantee your precise arrival to your destination.
Well, I think we may be able to gather some information. I think we have a lead. So while you go convene with the
Alright, I'm in.
we will with the Emperor, we will follow our own lead, and we will give you further information when we meet with you again.
Do you have any books about Penrose Tower? Or journals or anything I can read on our way?
Yeah, one of the books
Okay.
talks about it a little bit. It was constructed by the master builders
Can I,
It's one of the greatest projects.
if you don't mind separating from this book with a hope that it returns, I will designate one of my party members to be responsible for shipping it back.
Do you have anything as collateral?
I have some potions. I have other books. I have a piece
How
of
about
skin
books
with a
for
tattoo
books?
on it. What?
Trade books for books.
I am more than happy to do that.
What do
100
you
Shades
got?
of Chromatic.
He doesn't
That's my
have
book.
them.
That's not a
Both of
book.
them do.
That's a disgrace
She
to
starts-
writing. Those pages might as well be desecrated.
Kaylin,
Varys looks insulted.
He starts pulling this many books out. Is a 17. Although he doesn't pull out the gold-bound book of the Imperial Family of the Shen Empire.
Okay.
Um,
She wouldn't want that anyway.
Only knows all of it.
I mean, I don't really know. Like,
She says she'll take the. Oh, yeah.
I have a bunch. I mean, they're like the second half of it are the ones I generally don't really care about. But
Now,
Study of Shrooms.
I wrote down the titles for as many of these books as I could.
I'll trade you the one about the Penrose Tower for permutation theory.
I've already read it a couple times. Or skimmed through it.
And
same thing.
and this Toshin book.
The one with the notes in it?
Yes.
I really need that one. I'm working on my potions knowledge.
Well, I'll return my books in one piece and you will have it back.
Varys, do you think this is actually going to happen with all we've been through?
as the leader here,
You're a leader?
Wrong.
Didn't we get
I don't think.
Kaylin, with all that we've been through, do you
Nico,
think that
hold
this
on, I
deal
was
is
going
gonna
to
make
answer.
sense?
Biko, I don't think you should.
I mean, I could. You know, your books haven't been put in danger so far.
How about this? If I were to continue my experiments in the next life, will one of you make sure that this book gets back here?
Biko, I'll tell you this. I don't think you should give that book up. I know you. I think we can find other means of getting there.
What if?
But at the same time, I really don't think this book is worth giving up knowing you.
How about instead of the books, I will give you magical daggers and the first book you mentioned.
I have no use of such quaint.
Well, we're gonna come
Items.
back and see Doxia here in a little bit. So, could you get through this book by the end of today?
How thick is it? Is it like thick and slutty or just thick?
Which one? The book she's
The book I'm trying to get to, yeah.
No, the potions one.
Roll for.
No, the Penrose Tower one, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll for thick and slutty.
Pretty thick. You'd hit that thing.
You know what? You make a good point. Let's do it for now, and then when we come back, we'll see where I am.
Okay.
And then he hands over the permutation theory and the advanced potions book from Eliora with notes.
All right.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Do you recognize
He's
the name
reading. Sorry.
Aramil Galanodo?
Caramel. No,
We're all like, huh?
no, I don't think I have.
Okay.
Is he connected to this somehow?
No, he's my mentor who is a priest and a wizard, and I have gotten magic traces from him in this area.
No, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Beaker's
And I
off.
slight bow.
Starting on the book already.
Yeah. Now, whatever we decide here, obviously the kingdom and the emperor is very grateful for the information you brought forward, but we would expect your continued cooperation with us and whatever knowledge you learn be shared with us in return for us arranging whatever means of transportation you ultimately decide to take on.
that sounds reasonable. I think that's fair. If you're providing the means of getting there, then we can provide information.
Yes. The Citadel will also need to be informed, but I will take care of that.
Citadel?
Yes, the Citadel.
Is that located? That's located here in Shen, right?
No,
Very
the
good.
Citadel is located many miles west of here, in the center of the ocean.
So, maybe we can come back tomorrow morning? Well, because you have to talk to the Emperor, right?
I think I can persuade him to grant you passage via teleportation or the military ship.
Did you say
Whatever you decide, provided we have an agreement of our future cooperation
Of course.
and mutual sharing of information.
Okay.
Does she seem genuine, or does she seem like she's trying to get something
It's a
shifty
check.
out of this?
But he doesn't need that.
I don't.
She does know.
I won't know. 8.
I know.
Not sure. No reason to suspect otherwise.
I think that Bloom would also be suspicious.
Sure. Yeah.
Don't be suspicious.
Oh, wait, fine, I need to do this. Disadvantage.
Yeah, right? That's hard to get out, right?
You got it. You can do it.
Okay. 10?
You
Total?
don't see any reason.
10 total because I got a
what she's
1.
saying.
Yeah, that's that passive insight.
Oh, that was a
well,
crit fail.
So then
Absolutely
let's.
no.
I mean, wait, passive insight is 19.
But you said you don't really use it,
But
right?
my roll, if I would have rolled for insight, it was 10. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
there's no passive insight. I definitely don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
This is the
think
common one
what
we
Bloom
do.
said is good. Let's I think walk around the city for a little bit today, get some rest, and then get ready to go tomorrow.
Do we?
That works for everyone.
Very
we have a
well.
tavern?
I shall wait for you
No,
tomorrow.
we
Is
arrived
there
here and they escorted us to.
is there a place where would you recommend we stay for the evening?
Thank you.
I don't know. The taverns should suffice. You can actually stay here in the palace if you'd like.
Yeah, do you have a great reading area? Actually, do you have a library
Yeah, a
I can
library.
access?
You
Can
got
I-
somewhere where I
go
can
in
put
there?
up 10?
Yeah.
Can I? You said you'd give me
I mean, they're all
some
the size.
less important
That's
books.
true.
Can I get them
But
delivered
he
to the
needs a
library?
lot of hay.
Very well.
Um,
I'll have a courier drop them off.
and then, however Biko would say it, whenever you're ready, I'm ready for the library. And Biko will basically not be with you guys.
Very well. I shall see you tomorrow then.
Okay, guys.
She bows.
Thank you. Thank you for the book. I will.
We bow.
Yes.
I bow. Bloom bows.
You've got the book.
Do we get escorted or something to our
Is it-
sleeping quarters or?
Yes.
What time is it?
Oris is going to
Game
show
time.
you.
Okay, it's
Yeah,
Oris.
what
Game
time-
Oris.
Yeah, we already
This is
know.
the guy that has been.
Thought you said
What time is
nine.
it?
By now it's probably like 6 or 7 in
A.M. Wow.
the PM.
I still need to go out to the shops real quick. I don't know where you need to go.
I need to go follow the magic trace.
Okay. So you're
Wait,
going out in the city. What
Oh, I tug on Varys' sleeve and I say, "Psst. Are you gonna help me follow the magic trace?"
Of course, I promised.
Bloom is like, wait, guys. We need to decide if we're taking the boat or teleporting.
I think if we could talk somewhere, I have information.
Yeah. Let's.
Well, why don't we follow the magic trace as a team and we can talk on the way?
Fun fact: I'm gonna be reading. I think. I'll be in the library doing as much research as I can do. Do you guys have any speed?
No,
what?
I don't have any cocaine.
Cocaine? Crack?
Any Hera?
Nah.
Meh.
Who are you asking this?
The
Oris
DM.
knowing?
I mean, the world has Hera.
Biko's like looking at his potions like, no, I don't have enough time for this. If I could make a potion to give me the focus
If you find anything on Rallis, can you let me know?
on who?
Rallis?
Raul?
Rallis?
Ralos.
Sure. I know how to spell that. And I also totally hear that.